Hey everyone, Josh here with Fresh Start Customs, and today I'm going to show you the slide extension tool for the WeCreat Lumos Ultra here, and we're going to make some really large projects like this and show you how batch engraving works like you see back here. One thing with slate coasters that I forgot to do in this video is invert the image, so you'll want to invert your image if you're using slate coasters. If you're using just regular wood or something like that, no need to invert the image. Then we'll quickly touch base on the rotary attachment as well, because there is an option to put this on its side and then attach the rotary, and then you can engrave cups and those types of things. So with that said, let me go ahead and walk you from setup to engraving, and then we'll get into this here. First thing we're going to do is put these little thumb screws in place in the unit. You can't mess it up. There's only 2 spots to do it. You're going to then align this arrow with those thumb screws and make sure it's flat on your table and you're good to go. Then you're going to go to the back of the unit and screw in both of these cables here, just like this. And we're going to go to the back of the machine next and place them in the same spots. You can't mess them up. And it's going to look like that. And we have these little thumb screw holders here. You can just hold these into place. They're really cool. I like that they added these, and you can just put your wood right into the place that you want it to be. You can align it as close to 0 as possible, and then align the other side to clamp your wood down, something like this. Next up, you want to make sure your autofocus is set correctly so the 2 dots touch right there like it does with my unit. And then in the software, you're going to choose the slide extension tray here. We're going to select that and then click confirm that it's on and connected properly. Then what we want to do after that is upload our image here. We're going to go to import. You can choose your own file. I'm importing an image from Daytona Beach that we did on vacation. And then you can resize that if you need to and click initialize. What that does is it takes your machine and it actually initializes the process that it's connected and it calibrates it here. So that's going to go off to the right first, and then it's going to go to the left, and then it's going to be initialized. After that, you can click refresh, say yeah, we are in focus, and then it's going to take 2 pictures of the bed here. So it's taking the first one and now the second one here. And then after that, it's going to refresh in the software. It's going to look something like this. You can then readjust your image. I'm going to make my image as big as possible. That'll fit on here. And instead of off to the left, I'm going to move it to the right here in the top right corner of the board. We're going to go as big as possible with this image here. Then you can set your settings. These are the settings that I used off on the right there. This is just for wood, and then I forgot to add a cut line. So I'm going to add a cut line here with just a rectangle, and I'm going to draw that out here. And then after we're done drawing this out, we're going to align it together here. You'll see me use this alignment tool after we select both of them. We're going to align it both horizontally and vertically here. And then after that, you want to make sure you go back and select your cut line and change the settings for that as well. I use 100 power and 10 speed. And then I just used 48 frequency. So I just used the default frequency there, and it seemed to cut out just about perfect. I could have upped that a little bit. After that, you want to hit start, and then that's going to send it to the actual unit. It's going to look something like this in the software, but you do have to click send here first. It says it's going to take 20 minutes here, and then you'll click the send button. So just click send, and we will send it, and we'll show you the engraving of this engraving here. So as you can see, it is now engraving out this entire project here. I'm impressed with how accurate this alignment is with the 2 different pictures that it took. It actually turned out fantastic here. Overall, I'm super impressed with this unit here and the slide tray. That's how you do the larger image projects just like this. Now we're going to do batch engraving. So as you can see, you just select toolbox on the left, and then choose batch engraving, type in the thickness of your board, and then you'll choose how many columns and the width and length of the item that you're going to be putting in there. So in this case, it's coasters. We're going to click send to our board, and then we're going to engrave a square on the 2 areas that the coasters are going to fit into. So in this situation, it's just doing the first square here, And then we're going to do the second square here, and this is just one row and 2 columns. And we're going to put our 2 coasters in place here in just a second. It'll bring you to this screen. You'll type in any text you want. This just shows you a preview of what it will look like. And we're going to preview that. We won't need the word coasters that we typed in, so we'll delete that and put our own image in there. And you want to make sure you align this and invert this if you're going to be using slate coasters like I did. I forgot to click the alignment button here, so one is a little higher than the other. You'll type in your settings that you want, just like I did before, and then you'll click send, and we'll send it off to the machine. Place your coasters in those 2 squares and let it engrave just like this. It's going to engrave the one on the right first, and then it'll jump back to the left. And then right here, you'll see that we have the coaster finished, and I did forget that invert, so don't forget to invert yours, and that turned out great. And here is a real quick video that was provided to me from WeCreat on how to do the rotary attachment. I just don't have any cylindrical items that I want to engrave, so I'll just show you what they did with their unit and the assembly of it. And they just did this little cup here, and it turned out fantastic. If you guys have any questions, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll be happy to answer them.